Okay, update video for Monday, December 11th. I got all my accounts, passed them on December 1st, and today's what, 11 days later. Finally, they showed up as PAs. I guess over the weekend that happened. Never got the paperwork in, back and forth with Apex. Finally, uh, got them all. So the only account uh, that was left hanging was this one. As you can see, it passed today. I was about $300 away, 280, 290, and I really didn't have time to trade. I was out all morning handling business. Got home maybe at noon. Had accountants coming here at 12:30. So it's between 12 and 12:30. So maybe I had 30 minutes to trade it, which you really shouldn't trade. But I said, let me look at the charts and see what's going on. And where the price was, I wasn't crazy about, so I wasn't going to trade. I'll just kind of, these are the actual trades I took. Let's go to the chart. The guys who actually trade live on YouTube, like, God bless you. It's something I can't do. I got a problem even recording my trades. But today I said, let me record my trade. It's probably gonna. I just need $300. I'm gonna try to get it. Get it. If I get a good read, I'm gonna record it. And, it should be just a minute or two. I usually can make that. Right about, again, none of my data is working right. My trades aren't showing up on here, like trades that I took. The markers on there. So a lot of ninja problems. They're blaming the Ninja Renko bar, but I'm sure other people that text the markers highlighted, they're blaming the Ninja Renko bar. That's why it's not showing up. Anyway, the funny thing about, like I said, like recording. Well, yeah, I record it, and here's the first recording. Let's go take it from the top. I said, oh, so I saw the price was in a good spot. And this is the chart I was looking at. And it was all in here. I was like, look at all this congestion. I have no idea which way it's going. Now, all these green signals are winning here. This is Trade Saber. These are long signals that were winning. But I'm kind of in here, and I'm like, it's just too many levels to get through. And not going to trade. The other thing is, you can see, I don't know if you can see this ticks per second at 150. That's really, really low volume. Like normally 500 is low to 1500 is where it generally is. If it's over 1500, 2000, it means, some kind of big volumes coming in, which you got to watch out for. Or if it's this low, it's also like it's crawling, I wasn't watching the market all day and see where the volatility was early, but at this point at noon lunchtime, that's where it was. And that might be normal for lunch. I usually don't trade at this point. I did see some quick movement here, however. It started to bust up. And then this clearance. I said, you know what? Look at all these levels it fought through, right? Then there's nothing. You could see I entered at 69, only 5 points away from breaking through. And it actually broke through pretty quick. Once it broke through here, I was like, I needed $300 today, or 280 to pass this account. It was like a 27 or something like that, or 27.20. So 15 points, 69, 84, pass, done. And you could see it was going there. So I said, let me record that. This looks great. Well, notice this right here, Sim. So Trade Saber was on the right account, but this was not a Trade Saber trade. I just hit buy. I just went long. I didn't use Trade Saber. If it was Trade Saber, it would have took it on the right account. But I didn't use Trade Saber. So the trade showed up on Sim because I used Chart Trader, which was on Sim. If I would have traded on here, I wouldn't have saw it. I would have said, hey, wait, something's on. I would have changed it. So anyway, so I'm talking in here, but I don't know, my audio wasn't working. I'm just going to. It took me a while to figure out that this was not real. I thought this was real money. I was looking at different charts. When I looked there, I was like, oh,
I'm on Sim. Can you believe it?
Wrong account. So at that point, I was $100 away. I was at 180. So I was like, damn. There I see it's a wrong account. I just
order filled.
$155. Now I go to the one account that I had to pass. And I think I waited for the market to come down. I don't think I recorded. I think I recorded. And I re-entered. Let me go to the next recording. If I can find it. Let's see. Let's say is the gotta be this one here. Okay. All right, so I'm in the trade now. What did I get in at? All right, so I'm at 75. I was in at 69. So I'm 5 points above, but you can see it blasted through. So that trade I took the other day, like the sim trade, when it broke that level and it went up, well, my gut says it's going probably up here. I only need 15 points. Still in that 90 zone, I'd be done. Or my idea was, I could put 2 contracts in here and get 6 or 7 points and be done. Now I'm looking at the time, 12:17. I have accountants texting me, hey, we're going to be there in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm like, oh. The ticks per second are just crawling. So I know the market's really, really slow. But now, as it dips back, my idea is, all right, it's coming into these levels. Add a contract. Now you need 5 points. I was hoping it came down to like 70. And then I get a bounce up to, what do I need from that point? At 75, I'm at 100. That goes to 80. I'm done. It's $300. That was my sim trade. So I'm getting a look at YM was what I'm doing here. And I was looking at ES to see where are they? Are they hitting levels? Are they coming from levels? Not that they're all conducive, especially lately. They've been so off. But it does help to know. It's good to know where are they going to levels? Are they coming from levels? Now, in this case, YM was kind of spiking down. It wasn't really jiving with me here. I'm talking in this video, but I'm gonna try to record me trading live. I think it might help me and maybe other people out there. Okay, so you can see this is a trade saver signal coming. Once that signal came, I felt pretty good because this signal's been look. This is YM. Looks like that's going long, and here's ES coming from a level. So I was like, all right, this is looking good. Now I didn't add the second contract yet. I think at some point I do. When I saw how it was, really hovering around that level and going more higher than lower.
Poke through that level.
I was like, all right. And again, I had such a small total to hit for the day. And I was only trading one account, so I was willing to take a little more risk than I would if I was trading 10 accounts. You see ticks per second still way down there. Did I add the second contract yet? No. Let's skim this a little bit and see. Yeah, there we go. I added it. Let's see where I added it. There's one. Yeah, so it's coming into these levels. So I'm like, this is a good ad. Because it doesn't have to bounce over this one or that one. It's going to just bounce over one of these. There you go. So I took it right at the top. Almost the same section. Now I'm just going to separate these. And I was looking to get at least 100. Because, again, I need 3. If I get 100 in the bank now, I'm 2 away. And even if I went to break even and got stopped out, well, you know what? Maybe I go back in again. So this was all in my head as this is going on. And, a little pullback didn't bother me so much because it had so many levels to go off of. And only just one of these had to, hold up and give me that little spike. What did I need? 5, 10 points and I'm done. And, with this spike up, it got through these levels. You're telling me it's not going to go up here. I don't know how high it went up. We'll look at that later from these points. But because of this volume was so low, the clock is ticking. Now I'm in my office, my home office, and I hear my employee going to get the door to let the accounts in. I'm like, meanwhile, I'm in the damn trade. Actually, I think I won this trade. Oh, look at this. This is a little nerve-wracking. YM is spiking down hard with pretty big volume now.
Oops.
There's some volume now coming in. That's a pretty, it's not a lot. It's 5 points. And I said, just one of these levels has to hold up. I was going to even add another one. Again, it got one. As I said, one of these levels got a hold of it, and obviously it did. It was so many damn levels there. YM starts, returning back up. ES, let's see. ES came down to a Ludwig level, which was good news to me. Ludwig level, usually get a bounce. Now I'm here like, I know they're getting close. I was like, all right, maybe I got to get out of break even and try this again later. Let's go. But now I see the signal coming, trade saver signal coming. Like, well, if that bar closes up, wow, look at that. That's amazing. Just look at that movement again. That bar closed up and it's like springboard. What a great signal right there. Watch that. Beautiful signal. Look at that. Wow. Now, what was good? It ticked above that level. Once I see that little tick above, all right. it's through. It's going to goof around a little bit and then it'll go, and it does. But again, volume at 100 ticks per second is like really, really slow. It's frolicking down there. And it came back again. There's another signal we're looking on here. Let's see if that closes up and shoots up. I don't really remember what happened. Yeah, it's coming to the end of the video. So this must have closed up and just paid me. There you go. You can see it wants to go. And once it breaks, you get that quick move. And again, this is just really low volume trading. I guess it's December trading. Again, I had to try to get out of this trade because, again, I think they were like knocking on my door or something. They were like right there. Or was it either this or the next trade? All right, let's see what happened here. So it looks like I got paid.
Target filled.
There's one. Oh, look, you heard that. Now, I probably should have moved that up a little, but it was actually ultimately
Target filled.
I don't price didn't go really much more. So I'm at 185. I'm $100 away. Price at 182, and just I think it came back down. Let's see what I did here. Okay, I must have had a few more minutes, and I did get back in.
Order filled.
Right there. Yeah, I was going for the $100 right there, and I think I had to cut this short because they were actually walking in. I was like, I can't be in a trade while someone's here. I'm sure other people go through this stuff, in their home or wherever they're trading. People just don't understand. So I had to cut out. Yeah, I can hear in the video. Yeah, I took the money. Yes, I just hit close. Ultimately, this would have paid. And then I'll walk through the trades here. Yeah, you can see me closing. I hear some voices, and then we're walking in.
Order filled.
Yeah, so I got the 210. I had to cut out. So that was the end of that. I think I looked at my account to see where I'm at, see if I really, how far away I was. I think it was like $75 away. Yeah, I can hear them coming in. Meanwhile, look at that. I had 150 on the other trades. I made it in SEM, so I'm $75 away. Had a shut down. All right, so we go to the charts, and yeah, I was shut out by, but look where. So exactly what eventually. So even taking that first sim trade, I was in at 69. One contract. What was that? 69. Yeah, somewhere over here. Yeah, I mean, I really did well. I entered that right there. 69 is where I got in. Zero heat. And from 69, from that sim trade, look at that. At 85, I was done. Yep, that's exactly where I was. I mean, it took 15 minutes to get there, which for, NQ is crawling. So that initial trade, one contract would have paid me if I was allowed to trade without, my life being upside down. Let me just look. Again, trade performance is just whacked out. Still nothing from Ninja. Let me look at the timing here. And the date. Yeah, it's pulling up, but it's so out of whack. I mean, we know I made whatever, 2 something. Yeah, some $5,000, 100% winners. That's true, but let's look at the trades. Hopefully they can figure this out. Yeah, this is when I was trading. Wow, I was in them for 10 minutes, that trade? I made $77. And then 102. Okay, so this was the first, all part of those first two contracts. That was all part of that. Then I had to close the trade because they were walking in. Then I was actually in the meeting with the accountants. And then when I came back out, I saw I was $75 away. And this was at 219. Wow, in 30 seconds, $770. So let's just look at the charts to see where I was and why I took that trade. Wow, I was way up there from where I was earlier. Look how much that went up. So is that 16 to 25? If this is right, I guess. Let's see, 16 to 25, and that timing was 2:20, so right around here, New York time. Oh, I see. You got Ludwig levels. I must have played this pullback right here. Again, I need less than 5 points. Let's close that. Wait, I wanted to look at something. The actual trade, the last trade. 25 to 29. That was the 4 points right there. At about, 2:20 p.m. New York. So 2:20. Wow, it was really slow. 2:20 right here. Yeah, you can see what I played. Looking for 4 points. So this level, 25. This level's 31. So, and look how relevant they are. It actually hit and came back down. I was already done by that. I was in 30 seconds. So probably when I popped the computer on, it was approaching here. I had 2 levels here. And that's, all right. So that's the reason why I took the trade, because when I looked at it, now I don't know. I don't think I was looking at it very long. I might have been like, came in here and saw, I don't want to take a long up here. But if it's going to get through, and I think it did, it usually gives you, that little, even if it's a 5-point bounce. I only needed 4. So let's see what happened at these levels. I gotta shut the computer off. I'm done, and that was 30 seconds. Yeah, it just waffled around that area. I mean, but you probably make a lot of money in here. But again, I'm afraid to trade here because it's either going to shoot to the moon or it's going to blast down like a rock, and I don't want to deal with that with these levels. Even me, I don't even know which way it was going to go from here. And it looks like it just hovered there the rest of the day. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock right there. So it really did not move from this level. It just stayed in that range. And truthfully, I like small ranges because I can make money. Even if you were playing long, say, right, you're going to win. But if you were playing shorts, you're going to win. Shorts back down to these levels because you're very high here. But I don't, like I said, I don't really play that. It looks like these, I don't think the soft was engaging. I'm curious. All those longs up, they would have won. But again, if you're playing with Trade Saber, Trade Predator. Let me see. I kick that enable. Yeah, all these signals were good. Now, one thing I was going to do this morning, because I knew how busy I was just going to leave automation on, set it at $300, and let it trade. And probably a good thing I didn't do that. The first 5 minutes, you kind of crazy. You got to let that go. Because I think it would have got butchered up. All right, you see a win there. But then you lose. So even this was set at 5 points, you lose 6 points. 5 points, 5 points, you lose. It's, would you have hit $300? I don't know. Look at this. A win, a loss, and a win. That would have been probably a loss. And I don't think it would have been at 300. So you're talking, these losses are 120s. 240 there, and you got, 5. Right now I got it set for 3-point win. So if your loss is twice your win, you didn't hit 300. If anything, you're down. So when I looked at that, look at another loss in here, win, loss, win, loss. So, just turning this thing on, probably not the greatest. It's the levels like that you want to play. Like when you see this level break, well, it's going to be going here, and sure enough, it didn't quite make it. But if you were playing shorts here, I go a few points ahead, above, and there you go. Same thing here. I love this signal. Like if you're going to activate your software, that's the one to activate. Now it's 10 o'clock. I usually don't like to trade around. Just get into a habit of not trading at 10 because you're not, with the PAs, you're not supposed to. 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after. I don't know if Apex, plays with those rules, but why mess around? If, they could say, oh, you traded at news, even though I don't think there was any news today. But look, another loser here, a winner. Ultimately, depending on how are you taking 3 points or 5 points? Because if it's 3 points, you might win this. If it's 5 points, you lost it. Look, here's another one. 2 losses in a row. Yeah. Now, this is more proof that you can't just turn this stuff on. Again, if you're playing a zone, you see this zone break, you go short here, you move your stop up here, you maybe add a contract here, boom, you're paid. This is a great signal. I love it. This one, not so much because it's not through the level, but it did pay. And look, it hits the level, bounces back up. Don't trade a short into the level. Same thing here, into a level. Yeah, longs at the high of the day. I mean, probably not this, this is good, but then, it's the high of the day. You're taking a long into that. And now you're on your way down. Again, I'm not crazy about that long because after the hard spike, now I'm looking for the flip, and the shorts, I bet you, were good here. There you go. Without even looking, I knew they were good. 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. The ultimate goal, I think, for any trader is, the less you trade, the better. And I'm trying to figure out a way to do one and done, one trade and be done for the day. Even in automation, I had worked on something that was a $400 win and a $400 loss, and you had to get up one net trade. Couldn't quite get that to work because you took 3 losses in a row, you're down 1,200. It's hard to come back from that. And I had some safety nets in there where if it went 7.5 points, you got 5 points. But a lot of times it went 7.5 and you made 100. But now your next trade, you only needed 3. If it went 3, kill switch shuts you down. So I couldn't get it to win enough though. But I'm still, that's the ultimate goal is, one and done, one net trade and be done. This is a nice signal. Say, oh, these look like they won 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row now. 5 in a row. 6 in a row. And you got a loss. All right. Talked enough. It's kind of late here in New York, probably approaching 2 a.m. And just wanted to document that for my own records. I'm not sure what I'm doing with these PAs. I don't have any more evals. Everything is a PA now. Pull up the accounts here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just take one of them and trade it. I'm just way too busy to be trading 10 charts at a time right now. When it's hard to focus when I got 5 events going on tomorrow. I got 11 on Wednesday. I'm working events myself as a DJ. So, it's amazing I'm getting done what I'm getting done and still being successful at it. So good update. We'll see where it goes from there, and good luck to everybody.